Hello guys, welcome to today's episode of Recycle the Bricks. It's been a while around here, a whole lot why, not like we went off or we are no more, but more like we went on, should I say, a transitional break for a better viewing, better content. Alright, even just before the corona, we were able as a member of Propellers to do Propellers, and as an enthusiast in this youth betterment, youth generally, we are able to come up with see movies, events, more like cinema experience where youths in campus, the Autistic Polytechnic, youth from various departments were able to come up to react to their talent, live reactions to their talent, music, comedy, and more. Alright, that was around February, the month of February. Until then, this is the first vlog we'll be releasing. Also, like I said, we did not went so because we are more like we're trying to see how we can serve you the transition for a better channel, a better viewing content. All right, and today I have with me an executive, and she's going to be joining me, all right, on this reaction. So subsequently, I'm trying to see how I can be shuffling, should I say, a guest and a co-host, all right, just to give you, like I said, the better channel content. All right, so. And today we're going to be reacting to the issue of rape. Yeah, rape. We're going to be looking at some dimensions of rape. We're going to be looking at rape, poverty and rape, carelessness and rape, indecency and rape, and wickedness. And in other words, we're going to be looking at how these things has led to rape. Alright, so but before then, please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do, alright? Alright, please ensure to subscribe to the channel so that to help us to make more better videos. And trust me, you'll be impacted one way or the other. So we're going to be reacting to the issue of rape. Like before we start, if you know you're not subscribed and not following us on social media, on our social handle, please do. Alright, subscribe at BRIGKLEAN TV, and our socials as displayed on the screen right now. Please endeavor to follow us: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you know, and more importantly, like, share, comment. All right. We're not an authority, we're not yet an authority, or can I say we're not? That's why it's a reaction channel. Yes. We are not an authority in whatsoever we do here. We just say stuff. So your comment is highly appreciated. I want to know what you think about this issue of rape, all right? So want to get your comments, your feedback, your likes, your share, and all that. Rape. We'll be talking about the issue of rape. We'll be discussing on the issue of rape. Rape is something that has been there, right? It is something.
It has been in existence.
It has been there for a long time. It is more like it's as old as man. Yeah, it has been there. Yes. All right, but before now, the thing called rape used to sound or seem as a taboo. Yes. All right, socially rejected. Yes, you know, it sounds awkward. You know, but now it's becoming popular everywhere. You know, this period of this pandemic, this lockdown, recorded a number of rape cases. Yes. You know, this one rape. You know, even the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development were able to come up with a statistical report recording about 3,600 rape cases. You can see the amount. You know, it's really alarming.
Yes,
you know,
those numbers are the ones known.
Yes. So that was a still counting.
Yes,
just
there are some hidden cases that we don't know about.
Yes, that even just recently, is that 1, 2, 3 days back, you know, a lecturer was caught spanned down with the students, you know, sexual harassment, even amidst the sexual harassment bill that was passed by the federal government just recently. So it is something that has been there, you know, this one raping that one, everybody just raping. It almost seemed like a pandemic as well, like a flu, like a virus, you know, we're battling with the coronavirus thing, and we are also battling with the thing called rape. Everywhere, it's just there, this one raping, that one raping, you know. The issue of rape came to light when this or this Uniben, the one student who in the church, it was told that she went to read. Yes. You know, there are certain questions people don't ask because we are on lockdown. What are you going to read for?
I was surprised at first that I heard according to the news, it said she was a new intake.
Yeah.
And so I was now surprised that how come when it was lockdown period, every student, every normal student,
yes, how to be at home.
Yes.
So I was surprised, So there's something missing in that. Though there are a lot of controversy until this recent one. So later I heard that the lady Owalai with the pastor, and something led to the other, and something led to, and so there, I don't know how true that is. So I can't guarantee that. It was so alarming that the pastor of the Christian church, they were out to react about this whole issue. So it is just there, that brought about this whole issue to that the issue of that something is happening in Nigeria, that the federal government had to draw attention. It became popular, it became heavy on the society. So the federal government was drawn to it, and the law is being passed, and judgment is being passed for sexual harassment, all right? So a lot of after that, we had the case of this one, even the case of the bar that even persons were not bringing back their old files of rape, just to get back at someone, So even the case of the bar that it went here, it went there, there was so many rape cases. But whenever these people talk about it, they are saying it's like the case of Owala, this year one university student. There are many questions that people tend not to ask about, If we see them and ask, that there are many other things that might just cause this rape. So that's why I want us to look at certain things about the issue of rape.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to know, even as we talk about, what do you think, how can poverty influence rape, or how can poverty cause rape? We're going to be looking at two on this segment, and the next one we're going to be looking at another two, all right, that hence this issue of rape. So, how can poverty cause rape, and how can carelessness, carelessness of the guy, of the part,
of the child,
of the child, of the parents, carelessness as a whole. How can carelessness bring about rape? We're going to be looking at that, all right. So, I want to know what you think about that as we react to that. I want to know what you as a viewer, please, I want to know, please help us, comment, to help us to grow, to know that you are there and you consume our content, to help us to make more and better videos, all right? So, please do, all right? So, carelessness on poverty and rape. So, even you there, how can you say poverty can influence rape? How has poverty led to rape?
No, should I say I'm opposing to that right now? I don't know whether I should oppose to it.
No, go ahead.
Because to me, I'm not sure if poverty leads to rape.
Okay, that's what she thinks, that she does not believe. And many, I actually spoke to somebody backstage that how can poverty, he also object that poverty cannot lead to rape. But I want to know what you think about that. Just go through this. You see this, just read this.
Okay, I will lure children with biscuits.
Alright. How will lure children with biscuits? Alright, let's pick the word there, lure. Okay. You see that many children today have been lured. If you really look at this, like the case of Wala, the women, they want students, there are many questions that ought to be asked, because poverty, I think, is one thing that has bring about, because you find that children are being lured. Like how that girl was lured with biscuits, and because your parents cannot afford, should I use the bobo or some certain kind of snack? You say a particular brother, young man keeps buying this, and because the parents cannot afford, they are always, he's always buying it. There will come a time when this brother will just use that same thing to lure that very child into his home. Alright, that is one way, these men have been used to influence, these children, what they have, gifts. You keep buying gifts for the child. You keep giving that child gift. You keep helping that child give, school item, buy pencil. You keep giving that child money to buy book to school, and because the parents cannot afford these basic things. And, this brother has been so nice, helping, there will come a time when this brother, some wicked brother will now begin to make certain kind of advances over the child, maybe touch some sensitive part of this child. Even though this child knows that this might be wrong, but this child might not necessarily want to tell the parents
Yes,
because
due to
he has been
what he has
receiving gifts that the parents could not afford. You see how poverty has led to rape. So sometimes when these children come, actually meet this brother, and you lure them inside, you touch them, and at the process of them wanting to scream or want to take, you give them gifts, and this has been happening. This is how many children and many teenagers and even youths have been used. Even this girl, Wala case, before night was just say the girl went to church and to read, and she was raped, just like that. Until stories begin to come that they were both having an affair. Probably this pastor must have been helping these girls, helping her in one way or the other. So that is one way poverty has led to.
And one thing you need to also consider is children will always be children. They will always act like children.
Yeah.
Because even if you give a child biscuits, after even just now giving a child a biscuit, after eating the biscuit, another person gives the child another biscuit, the child will refuse it, is going to collect it. The truth is, some parents, they are able to afford those things for their children, but a child will always have that mentality that this isn't enough for me. Even after buying carton of biscuits at home, I don't know, but you're right in your own side, and in my own side also. Some children, you can't satisfy them.
Yeah, like you said, some children will always be children. But
yes.
I have also observed, like these worldly children, you can hardly influence them with petty things.
Okay.
I just want us to draw from that screenshot a biscuit. How a child was being influenced by biscuits. You cannot use biscuits or some certain kind of snack to influence
a rich
man. You look like what's this?
Yes.
You even let's even see it this way. I know you have the right to opinion. Like I said, we are not an authority whatsoever with all we say here. That's why your comment is highly appreciated. But let's look at this way. Even we have heard of scenario where rich men children are being used, but only most cases the gatesmen, the security guard. But it is very difficult to lure a rich man child with biscuits, to even have the access to the world to should I say, okay, let's not say a poor, let's say an average living child.
Okay.
It will be very difficult for you to just have your way into our life, to our legs with just mere biscuits, because they have seen more than just biscuits. Even you'll be scared because you won't even have the access, because maybe there's some certain kind of security, around that child, and you won't be scared. Like I said, always they talk and say, even who they go they fear, who they come they fear. Even the parents that are being careful with that child, giving that child some level of security, and you are being conscious of yourself, and that if anything should happen, this parent might jail me for life. But
yes, you have that fear,
consciousness. But once there's this poverty and all, you know that any I will go beg. I find small money, I go beg.
Some parents won't even be able to afford.
I've seen the case when it happened. They just say, okay, that happen. Yeah, how much you get? They build the boy.
Yes.
Some amounts of money for taking this child virginity. Even 50,000 naira is not enough for the trauma of rape.
At all.
So that is one way. This is how poverty has led to rape. This is how poverty has led to many molestation. Because if a child parents is well, that child is, you can't just find your way easily, and you can't use biscuits and gifts.
Yes.
You can't easily get a rich child with gifts. Alright, so that is one way poverty has led to rape. So I'm not it's not a fault, it's no man's fault that somebody is poor. Definitely some persons will be poor.
Of course.
They will be rich. What I was saying is so that both the high and the low class can know this, how poverty has led to rape. This will also inspire you to, should I even want to say like this, double up your, is it already or double your hustle? At least leave that level, because if you get money, they get some kind of things when not supposed to, when it just happen. But even if you have another case of,
not just cases,
but we've heard that is where we're going to go into the next, which is carelessness, how carelessness has led to rape.